Well, good morning and welcome to our first sea day on Queen Victoria. So we're heading towards Sardinia. That's where we're docking tomorrow. The captain has actually changed our destination because it's a tender trip, and apparently it's going to be a little bit bumpy on the sea tomorrow. There's a storm brewing around this area for the next couple of days, and then things are settling down. So we're actually going to go to the south of Sardinia rather than the north of Sardinia. So we'll talk about that tomorrow anyway. So we had a fantastic sleep last night. I'm just going to pan round to my glamorous assistant over here. Didn't we have a good sleep last night?
We did.
We had a wonderful sleep. The pink octopuses slept. Oh, they slept well as well. We had a really good sleep last night. We were absolutely shattered. We were up at 4 a.m. to get the flight from Gatwick. And it was it just got to the end of the day, and I was sitting in the Royal Court Theatre watching this electric violin show and just nodding off. I was absolutely shattered. It really caught up with me yesterday. So there's something about cruises, you just sleep like a baby. I think it's just the very gentle motion of the sea. I know some people don't like that, but we find it really, really, really good. And a top tip really is, if you are booking any cabin on any cruise ship, for goodness sake, go for the middle, because you just can't beat it. We're midships, we're deck 6, so we're right in the middle of the ship. We're halfway along the corridor, stairway B. The only bit of disruption we get is when you have a changeover day and people start bringing their baggage. The porters bringing the baggage on board, and then you do get a little bit of noise, but to be honest, it's in the middle of the day. You're probably out doing something anyway. Let's do a little tour around and see what the weather's doing today, because it's actually brightening up out there now. Look, it's better. I got up this morning about 7:10 and it was chucking it down, and I went for a swim in the pool, which was actually very nice. It's very, very mild because we're in the southern Mediterranean here, but there's something very magical when you wake up in the morning and all you can see is open ocean. I think that's rather special actually. So I came out here when I got back from my swim. I came out and had a coffee. This coffee machine, I'll just show you the coffee machine. Illy coffee machine makes a very nice cup of coffee. So I've had a cup of coffee, and what we're going to do today, we've got a sea day today. So the very first day is a sea day. And we've got some fantastic lectures to go to today. If you're into that kind of thing, we like expanding our horizons on cruises. We're not really into kind of water slides and Disney characters and that kind of thing, because we're old gits basically, so we don't like doing things like that. What we like doing is sitting in a lecture theatre and having our minds expanded, as well as eating too much food and expanding our bodies, which most people do on cruises. So we've got Nathan Outlaw on board, the famous chef who was tutored by Rick Stein, the fish chef. And he's doing a demonstration at 10:30 on how to cook sea bass, which I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be packed, but we're going to go and see if we can get in there, because we eat a lot of fish, so that will be really good. And then there's a lecture a bit later on, Jeff Hughes, who's a prison governor, talking about what it's like for women in prison, which obviously is interesting topic. Stephen Markison, who's a Fleet Street journalist, he's doing a lecture later on as well about great events. That should be good. And then we've got Dr. Hilary Jones, who's doing a health and media lecture, so he should be really good. So we've got some really good people on board. And because it's a sea day, the programme's packed. If anyone ever says to you, oh, there's nothing to do on Cunard cruises, all people do is ballroom dancing, absolute rubbish. Look at all that. Absolutely piles of things to do. We're sometimes busier on a sea day than we are when we're off on an excursion somewhere. It's bonkers. It's so much going on. And we've got tonight, because it is a sea day, it's a gala night. So Cunard is famous for its gala nights, where you are invited to dress up in your finery, and the theme is black and white. You don't have to stick to the theme, but you do have to stick to a smart dress code. So that tends to be collar and tie suit, or DJ or tux, bow tie for men, and gowns or cocktail dresses or very smart separates for women. So it's most people, there's a huge buy-in, but a lot of people go on the Cunard cruises simply because they get the opportunity to put their finery on. And it's one of the things we like to do. We never dress up smartly at home, ever. I can absolutely vouch for the fact we don't do it. But you don't have to. If you want to come on a Cunard cruise and dressing up isn't your thing, you can go to the Lido, the buffet, or you can go to the Golden Lion pub, or you can stay in your stateroom. So you really don't have to do it if you don't want to, but we really love it, and people look fantastic. They really do go to town and dress up really smartly. So gala night tonight, and then they've got a very good show in the Royal Court Theatre tonight. Show times have changed on the Cunard Queen Victoria ships. It used to be, I think it was 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, wasn't it? Yeah. And now it's 7:15 and 9:15, which actually works really well for us. Because it means we can go pretty much straight to the show after our dinner at 9:15. So that's really nice. And then we've got time afterwards for a stroll around the ship. So tonight we've got a cameo Rascal who are doing basically a juggling and acrobatic performance. So that should be really awesome to see. So we're going to have a busy day. We're heading off to breakfast now in our Princess Grill restaurant, which will be lovely, I'm sure. And we will catch up with you later on our sea day on Queen Victoria. Princess Grill restaurant. You won't want that. We are sailing. I'm not going to sing anymore. This is the back of the ship. We're on a sea day and we're just having a stroll, and it's very nice and warm out here today. We'll walk along.
We're actually cruising, not sailing, but
we're cruising. We are cruising and perusing. We are pink octopus aboard the waves.
Just lost all our subscribers.
Please subscribe to us because we're a new channel. I'm going to stop singing now. No, I can't, because I shall lose my momentum. The ocean. I've absolutely well, it's the Mediterranean Ocean, but I've absolutely no idea where we are. We're sailing from Barcelona towards
Menorca.
We're northeast of Menorca. I'm reliably informed by my resident navigational Dave Nav. But Queen Victoria's got this lovely, and we've done a video about this already. Queen Victoria has got this lovely deck 3, which is the promenade deck, and I'm told, not having been on Anne, but Anne's got one, but apparently it's covered with lifeboats, but this one's open, which means you can walk along. Here we are, look. You can walk along this deck.
Check out our visitor video.
Yes. Oh yes, we've got a nice little video of the promenade deck on Queen Elizabeth. So Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria have got these lovely promenade decks on deck 3, and it's just great because you can get out for a stroll, and that's what we're doing. And then we're going to go off and see Nathan Outlaw do a cooking demonstration on how to cook sea bass. That should be really good as well. So we're in the Royal Court Theatre. This is where we're going for our first occasion this morning to see Nathan Outlaw do his cookery demonstration. And it's about 40 minutes to go, so it's lovely and quiet in here at the moment, but you can see the stage over there. I think I can see a hob. It's amazing, isn't it? So he's actually going to do a live cookery demonstration this morning, and I reckon in about half an hour's time this place will be absolutely rammed. It's a sea day today, and he is the kind of star of the show on board this week. Celebrity chef Nathan Outlaw, and very well known, so I think it's going to be somewhat busy in here in about half an hour's time. So we're just having a stroll around the ship. It's a beautiful theatre, and this is where all the big shows take place in the evening. I don't think we'll be able to film once it gets underway, but just thought we'd show you what it looks like before the event. We are sitting in a little cubbyhole having a morning coffee in the Grill's Lounge. So if you are lucky enough to be Princess Grill or Queen's Grill, you can come up here. It's between the two restaurants on deck 10 and 11, and you can have a coffee for no extra charge. I think that's one of the key things. If you can book grills, you get all these lovely complimentary things, whereas you don't if you are in other grades of accommodation. Obviously you pay extra money, so I guess it's included, so I suppose it all works out. But it is nice. We've just had a couple of flat whites and very nice coffee with no service charge. So we are just having a very relaxing sea day at the moment, and the weather looks like it's improving outside, so we'll go for a stroll on deck in a minute. You up for that?
Another stroll on deck.
Another stroll on deck.
Must be losing weight at this
He's got to make room for lunch because he's having lunch today. We had a very nice breakfast in our dining room this morning.
It's artichoke, my favourite.
You had, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had a lovely omelette, which is absolutely beautiful, with smoked haddock in lime juice.
Yum. It was very nice because I had some too.
And a few hash browns. I'm not saying how many hash browns. But
2. That's fine. And I had the largest pan of chocolate I've ever had in my life. It was absolutely divine. I also had kippers and homemade granola, and it was beautiful. So I'm not having lunch today, but you are having lunch today.
home after each other.
So I think I'd recommend, if you are able to do Princess Grill, it's nice to come and have coffee. It's lovely. Elevator, and the other one is the stairs. I'd strongly recommend using the stairs because with all the lovely food that people eat, you need to walk about. We've just had the most wonderful cream tea. There's 3 venues where you can have a cream tea on a Cunard ship. You can either go down to the Queen's Room, which is a very fancy affair with tea being served in white glove, with white glove waiters and so on. And it's a real event, but you do have to get there early. Or you can go to the Lido, which is the buffet, and sort of help yourself. Or you can do what we're very privileged in doing, which is because we're Princess Grill guests, we can go up to the Princess Grill dining room and have exactly the same experience as you get in the Queen's Room, but without the crowds, without the queues. We get white glove waiters, we get lovely music, and we get the most amazing food. It is absolutely delicious. So after we've had our cream tea, we're taking the stairs because we're feeling rather full and we've got gala night tonight, so we need to make some room for some more food. So we've had a lovely sea day today. We've been very relaxed, lots of lectures. I'll just quickly run through what we've done. So after our lovely breakfast in our Princess Grill stateroom, no, we didn't have it in the stateroom, in the restaurant, we went to Nathan Outlaw's cookery demonstration, which was fascinating, how to cook sea bass. That was really interesting actually. And I've realised the key is don't turn the heat up too high. And don't put salt on the skin of the fish, and then you'll be fine. So I'm going to try that when I get home. Then we went for a coffee in our Grills lounge, which was lovely. Haven't done that one before. That's all complimentary, so that was really good. Then I went to a lecture on women's prisons, actually. It's an ex-prison governor And he was really interesting. He talked about all sorts of interesting things, like how he'd been served a cup of coffee by Myra Hindley, and how he'd helped seen women gardeners spelling rude words out when they planted daffodil bulbs. It was a really interesting talk, actually. Really, really fascinating. And then the other half of this Pink Octopus duo went off to lunch because he loves Arctic char. So he had his lovely Arctic char, and I sat on the balcony and read a book. And then we went to another lecture, which was, what was the name of the doctor? Dr. Hilary Jones, wasn't it? Dr. Hilary Jones, talking about the importance of penicillin as a development for medicine, which was fascinating. And then after that, we worked up such an appetite listening to all these lectures, we just had to go up to our Princess Grill restaurant and have a lovely, lovely cream tea. And I did talk about venues on the ship, so I won't talk about that again, but the cream tea is just out of this world. It's wonderful. And then we went down to the Golden Lion pub and we did the quiz, and we came joint first. We got 16 out of 20. We were so thrilled. We were so delighted. We didn't win overall though, but I think we came third in the playoff, so that was really exciting. In the tie break, so that was good. And then I went off to the gym to work off the cream tea, and now we are looking very glamorous. What's that in your top pocket?
It's a pink octopus.
That's a
Millie.
pink octopus.
It's our beloved Millie.
And we're now looking very, very glamorous. I'll just pan round
Oh yeah.
so you can see. We're off for our first gala night. Black and white theme.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it. And we may or may not be able to film in the restaurant. We'll just see how we can film in the restaurant, but we just don't want everybody to stare at us. So we may just talk about our food later. But it's been a lovely sea day. Great first day of the cruise. And we're really looking forward to landing in Sardinia tomorrow.
I think they'll stare at me wherever I do.
You think they will if you've got that in your top pocket? Definitely, definitely. Right, we will see you later. Thank you very much.
Take two.
No, I'm just going to have it. Enjoy your gravy. I just like mine with mustard. Can I give you some of my steak?
Sweet. And there seems to be a rather violent thunderstorm happening.
I've never heard thunder like this.
No.
Everywhere.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing.
Look at that.
Yeah. I think this is set in for the next few hours.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to.
Welcome to the evening of the sea day. I'm in my dressing gown because we've just been outside. I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm looking a little bit soggy. And that's because there is a thumping great Mediterranean storm going on outside. It's quite bizarre when you're at sea because it all comes down vertically. Oh, there was a flash of lightning. And it's really going for it out there at the moment.
Yeah.
But bizarrely, excuse me yawning, oh dear, tiring day doing nothing.
It's very tiring doing nothing.
The sea is very calm. So whereas you might imagine stormy seas, it's actually incredibly calm. We've had a very nice day, and I've been through all the bits that we've done, but we had a lovely meal tonight in Princess Grill.
Meal. Yeah, it was a lovely one.
It was
We started off with our free complimentary glass of or flute of
sparkling
wine. I don't think that was champagne, but I think it's probably sparkling wine. And then followed that by going on the Isle of Carte. We had our usual terrine and salmon dish.
We did.
Followed by
Chateaubriand. So with Princess Grill, there's basically two menus. There's the set menu of the day where you can choose off about 5 choices per course. And then there's the a la carte, some of which you can order on the actual day, on the evening, and some of which you have to order by lunchtime of the day that you want it. So if you wanted, for example, to have duck à l'orange or Chateaubriand or is it lemon sole or something like that, Dover sole. What you have to do is order it at the lunchtime of the day that you're going to have it, and that gives them a chance to prepare it and do whatever. Or
if you know that you want it the night before, you can order it the night before.
Well, you can order it the night before. And they'll come and cook it at your table. That's the big thing, really. I'm always a bit of a grey area is, can you order something that's not on the menu, either menus, which you can in Queen's? I think you probably can in Princess.
I don't think you can, but that's just my personal.
But then somebody tonight was ordering crepes
Suzette, and that wasn't on the menu.
And that wasn't on either menu. So I think if you've been on there a few days and you've got to know your maitre d' and you've kind of shown that you're a nice guest and you're you're appreciative, and I don't think that means tipping them. Honestly don't think you need to hand out loads of money, but I think just being in the know, I think really.
Yeah. And
I think with Princess you can you might be able to have it once or twice where you ask for something that's not on either menus, whereas in Queen's it's, if lobster isn't on the menu at all and you want it, you can ask for it the day before and you get it, or the lunchtime before. So, and I think that's the key with grills, is you can actually ask for something that isn't on the menu, which is quite special.
Something new they've started in
excuse me,
Princess
I'm
that they
tired.
hadn't done before
What's that?
is that they are changing the a la carte every 3 or 4 days.
They are,
So
that's right. So you do get that
Yeah.
changeover, which will be really, really good.
if you want something like Chateaubriand we had tonight, you have to have it when it's on the menu.
Exactly.
So the lobster may well appear in the next menu.
And it may be something like, I'm guessing another steak dish. It's all kind of classic cooking, really. So I think that's the key with the grills is you just get that choice and you get that opportunity to have something a little bit more special. And the food is excellent.
Yeah.
We haven't had one bad meal yet. So we did that. We had our meal, which was lovely, and everyone all dressed up in their black and white. And I think that's another thing about Cunard. And how you feel about dressing up for dinner. If you really don't like the idea of dressing up for dinner, then Cunard probably isn't for you. I'll be really honest with you. There are people who get quite anxious about, we have to dress up. You don't have to dress up. But I mean, we walked through the Lido tonight, which is the buffet, and there were people sitting having a buffet in evening dress. So everybody seems to do it. There's very few people on Cunard don't dress up when it's a gala night. People tend to just like it, don't they?
Yeah, you can also go to the alternative dining area. You can go to the old Italian one that's on tonight.
You can, that's right. So, and I would say that there are loads of other cruise lines. If you don't like dressing up and you like, smart casual or casual, and you just want to go and enjoy yourself without putting on fancy clothes, Cunard's probably not for you. But we love it. We love dressing up, and it's lovely to see everybody making a massive effort. And people also, even with the theme nights like black and white or red and gold, people seem to want to do it. It doesn't mean to say you have to do it, and no one's going to judge you if you don't, but people like to do it, and I think that's one of the key things.
Lots and lots of people like going up to the ballroom dancing in the Queen's Room afterwards, but probably just as much of the same number of people are watching from the balcony or you're on the floor next door.
Exactly.
So it's just not.
So it's just it's one of those things. Cunard's got a reputation for being stuffy and strict and old-fashioned, and I would say no, it isn't. But I'd say that the vast majority of the guests like the idea of dressing up. They like following the rules. They like doing what the guidance is, and that's what makes it appear strict and stuffy when actually it's not. It's not. And it is lovely to see everybody all dolled up in their finest, looking smart. From 5:30 in the evening onwards, people are just dressed up to the nose. So I think that's really nice. But it's not every day. Tomorrow is a normal day, and you'll see people wearing nice clothes. You won't see people in evening dress tomorrow night because it's not a gala night. But you will see people, dressed up nicely, and I think that's lovely. So that's really good. And then when we had dinner, we went off to the show. The Cunard shows were really good. And we saw an amazing juggling act tonight, didn't we?
Husband and wife juggling act.
Husband and wife juggling team, and they were just incredible. And I think the Royal Court Theatre is lovely as well. And that's another thing about Cunard. If you want to round off your evening, certainly on Queen Victoria, the shows have got a little bit earlier, which we like. So 9:15 show. And then there's other venues you can go to for a late night drink or a disco or whatever, but we're tired. I'm yawning now.
You ready for our own
We've had such a busy day doing not very much at all. It's been lovely. It's been really, really good. So first day, sea day. Sea days are always a great chance to kind of get to know the ship and relax. And then tomorrow we are going to Sardinia. Slight change of plan because it's stormy weather, and it's going to be stormy weather tomorrow.
So we couldn't go to our tendered port, which was Algallo, so we're now going to Cagliari instead.
We are.
Where we can pull up alongside the quay.
So no tenders tomorrow. We're putting up outside the quay, and then shuttle bus into the city, capital city, and that should be very nice. So hopefully we will catch up with you and give you a little bit of information about Sardinia, and hopefully that'll be a lovely place.
Bye.
And don't forget, this is Pink Octopus Productions. Here we are, look. Pink Octopus Productions.
Biddy.
We are relatively new, and what we want to do is just give you some travel advice, some observations on travel. We are in early retirement. We're not young. We're not old. We're kind of
well, you're not
oldish young. And we just want to say, you know, when you retire or if you're heading towards retirement, there's some lovely things that you can do.
And nobody's too old for a pink octopus.
And no one's too old for a cruise either, or too young for a cruise, because cruises are just, they cover everybody. So please subscribe to Pink Octopus Productions and enjoy our videos. We've got videos on our trips this year. The Isles of Scilly we've been to, there's lots of videos on that. Japan, when we did our cruise in Japan. Switzerland, which was absolutely epic. And we've also got some very nice country house videos as well. And one or two little ones about my allotment, because believe it or not, when I'm not wearing fancy clothes, it's nice to be on the allotment. So please subscribe to Pink Octopus Productions, and thank you for watching us.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.